Well, hi there, and welcome to another edition of Litter Media Live. It is the Thursday edition for February 12th of 2026. I'm Dan Ramey, in studio solo today. Aaron Glandon is on assignment, and he will be hopefully joining us, it looks like maybe next week, because I believe he'll be out again on assignment tomorrow. Good to have you with us here today. Coming up in just a moment, we'll take a look at what's making news, look at sports, this date in history, and more. But first, we want to tell you about the forecast and see how it's shaping up for us. Cloud cover today. You might see a little bit of sunshine here and there, though. Temperatures gradually getting a bit warmer, up to near 34 degrees later this afternoon. I did notice a lot of black ice on the way in today. Some of the crews are working on putting salt in those areas to hopefully break all that up for us so it's not an issue later. But do keep in mind, with the melt we had yesterday, there's some of that runoff on certain areas across your pathway. So keep an eye out for that. Afternoon highs will reach around 40 degrees tomorrow. Some sunshine on Saturday. We'll have highs about 46 and a chance of rain Sunday. And I like the fact that we can say it's a chance of rain because that means that snow. It'll be warm enough to rain as opposed to snow. Our temperatures will be in the mid-40s, and some forecasters are telling us that we could see 50 and maybe 60 next week. Groundhog may not have been wrong. Fingers are crossed for that, for sure. All right, coming up in a moment to look at what's making news for us, so stick close for that.
It's the details that make the difference between good enough and simply the best. At Skag Power Equipment, the difference is in designing lawnmowers with your convenience and comfort in mind. At Skag, we believe that quality and substance matter, and that you'll appreciate the attention to detail and craftsmanship we put into every single product. Thick steel and heavy-duty components provide you with unmatched reliability and performance. Skag, simply the best.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Pain was interfering with Tiffany's active lifestyle. Same-day hip replacement at the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute got her back to the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Welcome back to the program. I'm Dan Ramey, working solo today with this edition of Litter Media Live. Don't forget you can go to our website, littermedia.com. That's where you'll find a lot of the things we'll be sharing for you on the program today, but also check out our social media, which if you're already watching Facebook, you know about that. But of course, we have Litter Media X. We've got Spotify, Instagram, and our YouTube channel as well. When you go to littermedia.com, you'll find in the upper right-hand corner all of the icons to help you find all of our information and platforms. And don't forget, we also have Litter Media Radio, which you can check out too. There's a player on our Facebook page and our website as well, where you can find all that information. All right, let's take a look at what's making news for us today, and we're going to start off with our friends in Pickaway County. Did I say Pickaway? I think I've written Pike. But if you've got someone who wants to sell timber, so you've got a bunch of timber on your acreage and you've decided, I want to make sure that I get a proper appraisal on it, find the right people to cultivate that timber for you. Well, all you need to do is check this out. It's the Ohio Division of Forestry and Ohio State University are putting together this Selling Timber Guide. It's a webinar for you. It'll take place this coming Tuesday evening from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And to register, all you have to do is you can scan that QR code that is on the screen right now, or you can visit go.osu.edu/Selling Timber 2026. And if you want to learn more, you can find this in our Facebook news feed as well. So just scroll through there and you'll be able to find that. Over in Frankfort, a lot of folks are keeping an eye on this. It's the Facebook group Warrior Tribe sharing photos of this latest progress on the Warrior Wellness Center taking place over in Frankfort. Remember, Adina Health got involved with this. This is going to be a training facility. Not only that, but they'll have a clinic in there for you as well. And the post reads, from the ground up, this space is being designed to support the health and success of our students and community. Change is coming, and it looks great. Here you see some of the office area and things of that sort, but a lot of people involved in putting this together. And, of course, if you want to read more about this, we had a story on our website at littermedia.com that explains how it all came about and where those monies came from and how this is really taken off the ground. They hope to be done, I believe, in time for this school year. Speaking not this, but the 26-27 school year. So again, you can read more about that when you go to littermedia.com. And we also have all of these pictures in the news feed here on our Facebook page from, again, our friends at Warrior Tribe. In other news, the Chillicothe Tree Commission has a meeting coming up. That'll be Tuesday at 5 p.m. It'll be on the first floor conference room at the City Administration Building. It's at 35 South Payne Street in Chillicothe. The Tree Commission develops and updates annual plans, recommends tree species for planting, and disseminates information on tree selection and maintenance. If you have interest in being a part of the Tree Commission or you want to learn more about what they do, you can go to chillicotheoh.gov, and you'll find this under Parks and Recreation under the Departments section at Chillicothe, Ohio. That's chillicotheoh.com. Well, last week we started telling you a little bit about this, and we had the kids in from the Huntington-PRCTC FFA and their community breakfast. That's coming up tomorrow. So this is our last chance to tell you about this. At 7 until 10 a.m. in the Huntington cafeteria. It's open to the public. They ask for a $5 donation, $3 for students. But if you want to, remember, this is a fundraiser. And if you'd like to donate a little more than that $5, they will certainly be happy for you to do that. We can also tell you the funds will be going to the assistance house that helps people with their electric bills and rent and things of that sort. And you can learn more about the assistance house on a YouTube video that we put together here about a year ago and find out more about what they do and how they are helping the community here in Ross County. Don't forget, again, the DAR has a question for you. They're looking for farms that are in one family for more than 200 years. Of course, this is all part of the America 250 celebration, and the Nathaniel Massey chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution very much involved with these events. So if you know someone that has had a farm in the family for more than 200 years, you want to get a hold of the Nathaniel Massey DAR. Now, this is on Facebook. I shared it in our Facebook page, so you'll be able to find it in the news feed. You'll see some of the folks have already mentioned some names of who they would suggest, but make sure you check that out. Maybe you know someone that they are not aware of, and you can do so today on our Facebook page. A reminder for you that later today, it's your chance to meet up with Dr. Timothy Everhart, who will be presenting Discovering Hopewell Lifeways. You'll find the presentation in Bennett Hall, room 110. That'll be today at OU Chillicothe, and 6 p.m. will be the start time for that. Speaking of Ohio University Chillicothe, tomorrow we'll have back in studio with us the interim dean of OUC, Michael Lafreniere. He'll join us about 10 a.m. tomorrow, talk about some of the events that are going on at Ohio University Chillicothe. And Monday, we'll be visiting with our friends from ODOT again. There's Press Secretary Matt Bruning for the state Ohio Department of Transportation. Also, District Number 9 Public Information Officer Michaela Bruning. No, they're not related. What does it mean to have these two on? You know, it's a preview of the return of the orange barrels on North Bridge Street and the projects that were started last year around 23 in the loop there. They hope to have these finished up by October of 2026, but coming up Monday, we'll be talking with both Brunings, Michaela and Matt, to talk about these projects for the upcoming construction year. I know you're happy. You can blame not the squirrel that was over my shoulder, but you can blame the groundhog, because that means that we're getting closer to getting things back on track again with setting out the orange barrels. And there's some of those orange barrels will still be there that have been there since they closed operations, and now they're getting ready to start it up again. But they got to get this work done, and they got to get it done by the end of 2026, from what I understand. All right, coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at what's going on with sports here on Litter Media. Wanted to also remind you that we are back in partnership with Petland again for the Pet of the week, and all we need now are some nominations. So if you've got a pet you would like to nominate for that award, feel free to send that to littermedia@gmail.com. Tell us a little bit about the pet, and also if you got a photo, include that too. And at the end of the year, we will certainly have a pet of the year, much like we did for 2025, and looking forward to the 2026 pet of the year. Again, send those nominations to littermedia@gmail.com. The only stipulation is that you must be an Ohio resident, and that's where the pet resides as well. So make sure you get that taken care of. Find out more when you look at Petland, Litter Media Pet of the Week, on our website, littermedia.com. All right, coming up in a moment, sports. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is your trusted comfort advisor. It's still cold outside. I know it's getting warmer, but you still want that heater to work. You might want your AC to work too. What about the plumbing? Give a look at this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it takes you to their website, accuratehvac.com.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
Big yards, small yards, hilly yards, silly yards. Every yard is unique, and every yard, no matter how much you love it, can be uniquely frustrating to mow. That's why Country Clipper is designed to tackle any obstacle imaginable. It's the perfect mower for even the most imperfect yard. Country Clipper, engineered for easy.
The Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old. And again, we remind you that littermedia@gmail.com is where you can send those nominations into. Much the same for our Player of the Week, which we'll get back up and running again tomorrow. And we'll have that for you tomorrow morning here on Litter Media Live. All right, time to take a look at the Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School scoreboard, available at littermedia.com. Boys basketball last night, there were some wins for Miller, Jonathan Alder, Groveport Madison over Westland. Wheelersburg was a winner. SVC makeup game, Westfall nips Adena 45-43. In the OVC, Ironton is trying to keep pace with Chesapeake. They picked up a 70-53 win over Portsmouth. Mid-State League Buckeye Division, Circleville continues to win. A 55-33 victory over Hamilton Township last night. Circleville now just a couple of, they've got 2 games left. And I think if they win one more contest in the Mid-State League, that'll be the first Mid-State League Buckeye Division championship for Circleville in their history of program. And they've been a member since 1984 and have not won a boys basketball title. OCC Buckeye, Canal Winchester was a winner over Logan yesterday. And in the TVC, Athens doing what they can to get a wrap on that. Still a couple of league games left. They were 44-41 winners over River Valley. Girls basketball last night, Washington picked up a win, so did Jackson. North Adams defeated Hillsboro. Paint Valley over Peebles. Tays Valley took Bloom Carroll. And Licking Heights and also Lucasville Valley picked up wins. SVC ball games played last night. Unioto over Piketon, 72-38. And Huntington, a winner over Adena, 30-28. And I believe that wraps up a gold ball for Unioto, if I'm not mistaken there. Dawson Bryant was a winner over Gallia Academy in the OVC. Chesapeake a winner there as well. Logan Elm winning over Hamilton Township in the Mid-State League Buckeye Division. Fairfield Union a winner over Liberty Union. You can find all this and more by going to littermedia.com. Litter Media Radio is back in action for you tomorrow night. We'll be doing doubleheader work for you again, much like we did Monday. We had the varsity girls basketball game for Waverly and their win over Minford, and then the boys played right after that. Well, we'll be out in the Huntington Hills tomorrow as the Huntsmen will take on the Zane Trace Pioneers. So we'll have JV boys game will start at 4:45, and then right after that we'll start our broadcast for the girls matchup between Huntington and St. Trace, followed by the boys games between St. Trace and Huntington. Again, that comes to you from Huntington High School tomorrow evening. In other sports for you, the Ohio State basketball Buckeyes picked up another win, 89-82. They improved to 16-7 on the season. They'll host 21-3 Virginia Saturday night. That's at 8 p.m. Cleveland Cavaliers were 138-113 winners over Washington. They're off until the 19th because of the NBA All-Star Weekend, which they've changed up a little bit. It's kind of like a bit of a tournament now, Saturday and Sunday, and they'll have teams made up of National Basketball Association members and teams made up of those who are from other internationalities. And then they'll play this little tournament down to having the best of the NBA against the best of the world. That's all taking place this weekend in Los Angeles. By the way, the Cavs back in action again on the 19th when they host the Brooklyn Nets. And this is a day that we've all been kind of waiting to hear about since both were put onto the teams. The Blue Jackets, Zach Werenski and Elvis Merzlikins. And they will meet on the Olympic ice today as Latvia takes on Team USA. Elvis is playing for his native country of Latvia, and Werenski is going to play for the USA, of course. You can watch it live on the USA Network, streamed on Peacock as well, so don't forget to check that out in sports. And as we mentioned to you a moment ago, don't forget your nominations for the Litter Media Player of the Week. It's the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. Same as with our Pets of the Week, go ahead and send us a nomination at littermedia@gmail.com. And if you've got information you want to tell us about the player, statistical information, that sort of thing, we'll make note of that as well, and we'll release that information tomorrow. All right, coming up in a moment, this date in history and special things that are taking place today. Our National Day calendar is standing by. We have two to share with you today. That's all just ahead. But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. Nearly 100 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
And time now for this date in history. 1994. An 1893 pastel version of The Scream by Norwegian painter Edvard Munch. It was stolen in Oslo. 3 months later, the painting was recovered. Interestingly, 10 years and 6 months later, a different version of Munch's painting was stolen at gunpoint in the same city. 2 years later, the version would be recovered in a raid by Norwegian police. This date in history, 1994. Without the glasses. National Day for you. It's Plum Pickin' Day. Oh, no, Plum Pudding Day. Got to grow the plums first, then you pick them, and then you can have the pudding. And also Giving Hearts Day. And according to the calendar here, let's see, some figgy facts on the plum pudding. Traditional plum pudding should be made on Stir-Up Sunday. That's the last Sunday before Advent. Family members take turns stirring the pudding mixture from east to west while making a secret wish. I missed that. I'll have to wait until later this year after Advent. Coins are sometimes added to plum pudding for good luck. Whoever finds the coin is said to have good fortune in the coming year. Just make sure you find it before it goes down the hatch. Then you'll be getting x-rayed at the Adena Health or wherever else they take you to get taken a look at. So thank you again to Mama Glandon for the calendar to help us with this day, the national days. One thing I failed to mention in sports is the Daytona 500 duels are taking place later tonight. The first one starts at 6 p.m. I think Fox Sports 1 will be having that. And, of course, the big race itself is coming up on Sunday at Daytona International Speedway. Well, that's a look at the program for you today. We appreciate you tuning in and watching. We're back at it again tomorrow. But again, we've got the special edition with Michael Lafreniere, and that'll be at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Talk about OU Chillicothe. Then we'll have our daily show for you. I'm not sure if I'll be right on schedule at 11 o'clock. Might be like today, a little bit later, because I've got to produce that and everything, since Aaron Glandon is on assignment. So he'll be behind a microphone. I believe it's a spelling bee, if I'm not mistaken, what he's doing. And so he'll be the moderator for that. We wish the kids well that will be participating, and that he doesn't mess up the words either. Thank you again for watching here on Litter Media Live. Back at it again tomorrow, right here on Litter Media. Thanks for watching.